The Sony ZVE10 versus the Sony A6600. Which one is better? There's a really clear winner to this competition. Just like previous videos, I'm gonna give you 3 good reasons why you should choose each. If 3 for the ZVE10 fit your personality better and what you want out of the camera, you should get that one. If the other 3 fit what you want more, then you should get the A6600. So let's get into it. So I filmed a bunch of videos with both of these cameras, bought both of them, and tested them out a ton with multiple different lenses. Sort of got a feel for them. I've been using Sony for years. All of the menu stuff, all of like how they work, already super intuitive to me. So nothing different there. And then there's a last disclaimer, the video specs and photo specs on both of these cameras are identical. It's the same sensor. So I'm only gonna be talking about the differences, not the similarities, because the similarities aren't gonna help you make a decision. All right, let's get into the criteria. The ZVE10, if any of these 3 or all of these 3 or most of these 3 fit you, this might be the camera for you. Number 1, you want extra YouTube friendly features that you're not gonna get on the A6600. These are like some more modern kind of forward looking things, right? So we have the background defocus to kind of give you some extra bokeh, much like the iPhone cinematic mode, only on the ZVE10. You're not gonna find that on the A6600 at all. We have the product mode, which will more easily focus on products that you put into frame. So the focus switching will be a lot better. So that's another nice feature to have. And then we also have face smoothing if you want that. I'll probably need it because my face is hideous. And then lastly, another big one is the giant red recording square that goes around the articulating screen. And as a bonus, we also have that it has an articulating screen. So the A6600 has a flip up screen, but in my opinion, the side flipping one is far superior. It's super easy to pull out, and the A6600 one is kind of finicky. So if you're a YouTuber and you want those forward-looking features, ZVE10 is the better way to go. Number 2, cost. So you can get the ZVE10 used for like $400 if you're lucky, and you can get the A6600 used for about $800 if you're lucky. So literally double the cost. So if you're looking to save money, the ZVE10 is the way to go if you're working on a budget. Number 3 is if you're looking for something that is the most travel friendly. So these are both really small cameras, but if you're looking for that extra smallness, ZVE10 definitely the way to go. It also has a lot better microphone on the top that you can even put the dead cat onto for better audio quality straight out of camera. The grip is smaller, which a lot of people complain about, but it's whatever. Still fits perfectly in my hand. I have no complaints. But that keeps the size smaller, right? So more travel friendly, no EVF. So again, more travel friendly, less space, one less thing to kill the battery faster. And yeah, this camera, big video for YouTubers, has everything that you need and nothing more. So it's perfect, honestly, for that type of person. So generally YouTube centric, cost friendly, travel friendly, forward thinking sort of technology, ZVE10 is the way to go. All right, what about the A6600? So number 1, A6600 might be better if you are looking for something to shoot more photos with than video. Why is that? Number 1, it has an electronic viewfinder. The ZVE10 doesn't have a viewfinder at all. So if you like to frame your shots like perfectly just through your eye and like seeing the frame there with way better resolution than the screen will give you, then A6600 is the way to go. Another part of that is the fact that the A6600 has IBIS, which is in-body image stabilization. So if you're shooting in low light and your shutter is kind of slow and you're doing it handheld, there's a higher chance it'll be blurry if you're using the ZVE10 than the A6600, because the A6600 has built-in stabilization. But I tested these cameras for weeks. It's not noticeable whatsoever in video, only if you're taking pictures. If you're walking around, that stabilization is basically going to do nothing. So if you're photocentric, A6600 might be the better option for you. Number 2, this is pretty big for some people, but if you want a lot more battery life, so the grip is bigger, so the battery that can fit in is like quite a bit bigger. It's the same one that's in the A7 III, the same one that's in the A7C, all of those like bigger Sony mirrorless cameras. So the battery is going to last around like twice as long. Super good battery life. That's really important to you for like long shoots, or if you want to record for a very long time and you're worried it's going to die, if you're recording in 4K, A6600 might be the way to go for you. Number 3, and this is like huge for some people on the internet. I think it's stupid. Fight me in the comments. But if a bigger, comfortable grip is like really important to you and is like a deal breaker, then get the A6600. I think that's stupid. I've never had a camera in my hands where I've thought this grip is so bad that I never want to use this camera. Except maybe point and shoots, because there basically is no grip at all. But like, it's so dumb. Like your smartphone doesn't have a grip and you don't complain about that. Like, I don't know. I know it's a hot take, but if it is important to you, right? If you want to convince me in the comments below why a grip is so important, like go for it. I'm open to it. But if it's important to you, then it might be a deal breaker and the A6600 might be the better camera for you. As I said at the beginning, there's a very clear winner to this competition in my head. And I'm just gonna say it, the ZVE10, half the price. The exact same specs. Think about that. You can get 4K video, you can get 1080, 120 frames a second, you can get the flip around screen, you can get all this stuff for half the price, for $400 less or more. How is that not a clear winner? A caveat, I guess if you do a lot of photo stuff, A6600 might be better, but it's still really good. Like those, just think about this, right? An extra $400. Is $400 worth it for what you get extra? Is a bigger grip, longer battery life, better stabilization with handheld pictures in low light worth $400 to you? If it is, get the camera. But if it's not, like I think is true for most of us, the ZVE10 is better. It's better for YouTube. It's better for video. Clear winner, in my opinion. If you want to check out either of these cameras, the links are in the description below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to argue with me more in the comments. And then the last thing I'm going to say, battery life isn't that important. I said it. Just buy more batteries. The smaller batteries are cheaper anyways. If it's really that important to you and you want your battery life to last forever, just get an external battery. Then it will last forever. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've tried either of these, if you're thinking about getting either of them, and if you have any video suggestions, let me know. I'm trying to make content that's more helpful to you guys. In order for me to better do that, I kind of need to know what you guys' ideas are. So literally anything, there are no dumb ideas. Honestly, the dumber the idea, the better. So throw them in the comments. See you next time. Peace.